Hello, my name is Ruthie Brown, and I'm from Giles High School. I live in Giles County, and it's like in the Southwest Virginia area. Are there any Hokies in the house? Woo! A little bit more about me. I am a sophomore at Giles High School, and my family is super active. I've grown up on a mountain bike, and in this bottom right-hand corner over here, that is my dad and I, before I could even walk on the back of a bike. And we grew up just traveling across the country, going to races and kayaking and rock climbing, and my brother was just at a mountain bike race this past weekend. He won, so that was super awesome. So we're a super active family, and during my high school career, I found a love for long distance running, and long distance running has just been like a huge passion of mine since I was in 7th grade, so about 3 years. So just that's a little bit about me. So a little bit about my high school is it's super small. We have about 120 in our graduating class. So it's also really beautiful. So our track has this beautiful view of the mountains in the bottom right-hand corner. That's a little snippet of it. So it's really one of the most beautiful places that I know of. And also, just across the student parking lot, so in this bottom left-hand picture, there's our student parking lot on the right, and then there's McDonald's right on the left. And it's like a 1.5 minute, 2 minute walk. So it's super easy for students to go to McDonald's and buy breakfast, buy dinner, buy lunch. And that becomes a huge barrier for us when I'm working with Y Street, our youth volunteer initiative to promote a healthier Virginia. When I'm working with Y Street to promote school breakfast, because it is healthier for our students, and we're trying to help them choose healthier lifestyles and choose better healthy habits. So also a little bit more about my county is it's super low income. It's spread out, so for me, it takes about 20 minutes to get to a fresh food store, and that's a reality for a lot of my neighbors and my peers. So there's also a really low income in my county, so a lot of the times, junk food is a lot less expensive than healthy foods, and that can become a huge problem for a lot of families that want to choose healthy foods, but they have to put their gas in their bills first. And another reason is we don't have the proper education in our community about how families can build healthier diets, even with a low income, even when they're spread out, and even when they're 30 minutes away from a Walmart. We just need to make sure that families have that education and have that information about how they can build those healthy diets for their families. And ways that I have been doing that in my school and with my community is through Y Street. And Y Street is Virginia Foundation of Healthy Youth's Youth Volunteer Initiative. And we work together with our students, staff, visitors, school board officers, administrators, government officials, you name it, we've worked with them, and we work really hard to promote Healthier Virginia through our students in fun ways, inclusive ways that get students involved, get them asking questions so that it doesn't go in one ear and right out the other. So ways that we do that is we hold events, and we hold meetings, we hold giveaways, dances, color runs. We do all kinds of fun things. And in my school, we had, in the bottom right over here, we had a breakfast day, and we just promoted our school breakfast for breakfast week. And that's about half of our school football team, and we're like dressed up in like eggs and bacon costumes. It's a really fun time. And then also, like, I've met with my principal. I'm wearing a green sweater up there. That's my principal. And we talked about how we can promote breakfast in our school and really encourage students to choose breakfast here at our school instead of at McDonald's next door, and why it's cheaper, it's healthier, and how it can make your day even better when you're eating breakfast in the morning and not having to be hungry at second period. So that's really awesome for us. And we use surveys, and the way we use surveys is to give students a say, gives visitors a say, and gives staff a say in what they're eating, when they're eating, how they're eating. And it really helps us understand what they want so that we can give it to them, so that we can get more breakfast participation and in turn fight childhood obesity. So with these surveys, we take the data back, and I met with my nutritional director and my principal, my cafeteria manager, other students. We had a huge breakfast team, and we had a few meetings. There's a couple of us holding up signs, and we really talked about how we can incorporate what the students are saying and how we can put our resources and what we have together to really make school participation in breakfast even bigger and make it 100%. especially with McDonald's right next door. So schools are put in a super unique position because they have, a student spends from birth to age 18 over 105,000 hours in the school. So that gives schools like so many opportunities to really help students build healthier habits and healthier lifestyles. So as a student, I know we are so busy. I have a trig exam next week and a Spanish test this week. So I'm so busy, and when I have to sit in an assembly and hear about how I have to eat breakfast every morning, I'm like, okay, like I gotta go. Like I got things to study for. And a lot of the times when it's not engaging and students don't really want to be there, they don't want to listen. And then we don't get our message across, and we're just wasting everyone's time. So that's why Y Street is using fun events, giveaways, surveys, giving students the chance to ask questions and get involved and engaged has really helped our school bring our participation up, even with McDonald's next door, like I said. So as a student, I am trying to make a huge impact in my school, and I'm succeeding pretty well with my administrators and everyone. So as educators, as school board officers, as nutritional directors, I'm asking you, how can you incorporate these fun ways to bring students together and help them understand healthy habits and healthy lifestyles, but in a fun, inclusive way that makes them want to participate? Thank you.